So I had a comment on one of my YouTube videos, and a really nice guy said, "Hey, you look like you live in the same town I do." And I talked to him for a little bit. He said, "Can I email you?" I said, "Yeah, here's my email address." And we got to talking, and sure enough, not only does he live in the same town that I live in, but he lives just a rock's throw away from my old street where I grew up. It's totally crazy. And he has a Sonic Blue Terminator Cobra. And what's really unique about this car is he was able to buy this brand new. He's an original owner of this beautiful Sonic Blue Cobra. So he came over to my house first. I showed him all my Mustangs. We talked for a few hours and we really enjoyed each other's company, made a new friend. It was really awesome. And then he said, "Why don't you come over to my house, see my Cobra and my stuff?" And I was really excited to do that. So I finally made time to do it. And when I went over there, I was just totally shocked to see how cool of a place he has. And I'm gonna show you a little bit here because I took a tour of his garage and a little bit of his office inside his home, and this guy is really neat. When I went over there, I couldn't even take in everything he had all at once. I'm gonna have to go back and take my time and go real slow and look at all the memorabilia he has, all the neat things he has hanging on the wall. He's a Master Tech mechanic for several years from Ford, and a really cool story he told me about a Sonic Blue Terminator was when he rode with one of the Ford engineers in the VIN-less Terminator that was Sonic Blue, and they took him on a wild ride through the city, and he was so taken away by how fast the car was. They were going through the streets like crazy. He said the engineer was a crazy man behind the wheel. You know, an old lady pulled out in front of him and they had to dodge her and go around. He didn't even lift off the gas. He just went through it and all the way around her, and he said it was a wild ride, and after that he had to buy a Terminator Cobra. And he worked for Ford, and he had to get it through another dealer because the dealer he worked for wasn't an SVT dealer. But he had an '01 Cobra at the time, and he sold it so that he could get this Sonic Blue Terminator, which was a great choice. He got to go to the unveiling of the car. There was a show before the Chicago Auto Show, and it was at a dealership. And this was even in the book Iron Fist Lead Foot. And my friend here, he actually appears in that book. If you look in the photos, you'll see him. So it's just a really, really cool history, and he had so many stories to tell me. He had a '66 Shelby GT350, he had an AC Cobra, he had a bunch of really neat cars over the years. Obviously I can't relate them all as best as he can. And one of the really cool stories he told me was about how when these cars came out, the chrome wheels were difficult for Ford to make. They were having some issues with them. And so he actually had a voucher that he could turn in for chrome wheels later. So he got the car with the polished wheels first, and then he went back and got the chrome ones later. And that kind of thing is just so cool to hear, those stories from original owners that I hadn't heard before. So I really like that. But here we go, let's take a little tour around his garage. So this is his '03 Sonic Blue Terminator he bought brand new. He does the road racing at Willow Springs with it a lot. He made this diffuser for the back of it, and it's really nice and functional. He even made some for some other people. And you can just see this car is absolutely beautiful. It's got 39,000 miles on it, and it is just stunning to see. And I love seeing an original owner Terminator Cobra like this, something that he loved and he's taken care of all these years, still with very low miles. So looking under the engine bay here, you can see it has some Maximum Motorsports caster camber plates and strut tower brace, and the stock Eaton supercharger, and it does have a pulley combination. actually a really cool story he told me about this dyno day was in 2013 at JBA, and he said that the owner of this dyno shop actually had a Sonic Blue Terminator he bought brand new, that he knew what these cars were, and they were having this dyno day and they were just strapping them down for fun to see what they would make. And the owner of the dyno came over to him and said, "You're gonna blow away all of your buddies here with their other Cobras, you know, their other Shelbys or whatever they had, their naturally aspirated cars and stuff." And he said, "Everybody's not going to believe what this car puts down," and it did. It put down over 470. So such an awesome story about that too. It made 472 rear wheel horsepower, and so that's just a really cool little dyno video of the car. But you can see he has an enlarged snake on the front and a tow ring for road racing, and he's just got a lot of really neat things under there. Very nice car, very well taken care of. I went inside here and looked at the interior. Looks beautiful. Has the graphite interior and some gauges and the red ring around the steering wheel for road racing, and just lots of really neat things. He's got a really cool shift knob there. Just the full interior car looks so good. He's got a brace bar back there. It might be for harness for the seat belts or strength or even a roll bar. You'll have to ask him about that. He moved here from California a year or so ago, and I can't believe he lives so close to where I grew up my whole life. So here is his awesome garage. Lots of really neat things. He's got model cars everywhere. He's got the 99 GT convertible up there, SVT banners. He's got a Cobra R model. He's got really neat things all over. Another 94, 95 convertible Mustang there, a little lift for the model cars, stickers all over the cabinets that are really neat. I like everything he has here. These are all just so neat. I want to go back there and look at all this stuff again. He does have awards from car shows and stuff too. And this is just really neat. He's got the model cars, a Sonic Blue Cobra on the end there like his. But look at all this really neat decor and this nice little room in here. A lot of really neat things on the wall in here as well. And just so many little things in here that I really want to go back and check out. All this fabulous Ford's Forever pin or whatever it is, a little coin. And like I said, the original pony to his Cobra, and then a red Terminator model, and a GT350, a Coyote, a Saline. That orange Saline was actually a trophy for winning a car show, which is really neat. And all these really neat senior master technician awards or plaques or whatever the correct name would be for them. But just everything in this garage is so cool. I could spend all day there. It's a lot like my garage. It's a lot like what I would do with my garage, and we're so similar in that regard. So here's his Terminator in California, I believe, and I believe this was Road America, and he had some races at Road America. He took the car on, and trophies and just cool stuff everywhere. Shelby lamp, and the big cartoon drawing of the Terminator Cobra, license plates everywhere. Just so much really neat memorabilia and trinketry or whatever you want to call it, models and awards. I mean, I just really want to take the time to go and read all of these things again next time I go back, and there will be a next time because we're going to hang out again. This is his 66 Shelby GT350 that he raced, and he has slicks on it in that picture, and he did a lot of drag racing with it, and I think that's at Road America again with the Shelby and the Terminator. He told me he sold that 66 Shelby back in the 80s for $30,000, and it only had 11,000 miles on it, and he wishes he would have kept it, of course, like they all say. Terminator poster and the anniversary celebration for the Mustang, and just more model cars, everything. He's so much like me. This is like the coolest thing I could go see. This is better than any museum. And so we got to do all that. We talked about his road racing, and I have some videos here from his YouTube channel, and I'll link his channel below so that you can go watch some of his videos if you'd like to see them. And they're him racing at Willow Springs, and it's so fun to watch because here's a pulleyed Cobra at Willow Springs, and he is doing his best to be a really good driver, yet a very humble driver. He admits that he gets past sometimes. He's out there just to have fun, and he says that in his own videos, and I really love watching him. But he's passing original GT350s. He's passing brand new GT350s. He passes a Shelby GT500 KR. He passes what looks to be the Bondurant race cars, the orange Mustangs, and a Boss 302. And it's just so cool to see him out there competing with these cars for fun. And you know, the other drivers, maybe their cars are a little more capable than newer Shelbys and things, but he's able to drive around them. And maybe the other drivers are trying to be comfortable with their car so they don't wreck them, and that's perfectly fine. But what I'm saying is it's so fun to see a Terminator out there, hear the supercharger whining, listen to him talking about the videos, and watching him go out there and be competitive. So I'm going to put those videos right here.
Not saying I don't get past, I do. But still having fun, it doesn't matter. The Lord blessed me to be out there today, and it's just such a wonderful thing. And if I get a run on him here, I'll be able to pass him. And I think I got a good corner there. This guy, I think I'll pass him up. I gotta believe it. And I'm gaining on him. Oh yeah, here we go. Boom. We got him. Right at the start-finish line. Come up over this hill. You gotta be careful. The car gets real light. Yep, I'm going now. There we go. Down the straightaway. Having a good time. We've got a few more cars to pass, and we've got a rest of the weekend ahead of us, and it's just been so much fun. We're going to pass a GT350, a new one again. Who says 2003 Cobras are yesterday's news? Passed a lot of cars in this weekend and having a great time. Car was working wonderful.
Yeah, that last video was too bad. A Fox Body had gone off the track and shot rocks all over his Cobra. But anyway, I just want to tell everybody how grateful I am that he reached out to me and that we became friends so quickly and that I was able to meet him. And this is the coolest thing. Like, what a present to have a good friend move into town and be right where I grew up and be in the same town as me and have such a passion for the same thing I do. This is so cool to see. I'm so excited that he's here, and it's really fun to go over and have this experience. This is a one-in-a-lifetime experience. I can't believe this happened, and this is just so fun. I've been telling all my friends about it. Been telling everybody how cool this is and how neat of a guy he is, and I just think this was awesome. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.